Hey guys, John the Realtor here on this episode of Raw Real Estate. Thank you for tuning in, and on this episode we're going to cover Keller Williams Realty's commission structure. It's going to be all you need to know about the commission structure and exactly how the office pays out and what you can do to make 100% commission. And unlike a lot of other brokerages, when we say 100% commission, we mean 100% commission. The disclaimer for this video is I'm only giving you relevant information to my office. I'm not giving you any other information other than that. Keller Williams offices are all independently owned and operated, so each office is going to be a little bit different. But this is going to cover your basic commission structure that Keller Williams Realty provides. So our information here is raw, nothing hidden. So without further ado, I am going to get the video started. Here you go. All right, guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and cover the commission structure, okay? So like I said before, each office is independently owned and operated. So the Keller Williams has what's called a cap, okay, or a capping system. All right. Each office could be different. So each office might have a $20,000 cap all the way to a $25,000 cap. That number represents your split. So as you know, in the real estate industry, your split consists of either a traditional 70-30 split, or it could consist of an 80-20, 90-10, whatever you should desire. That's a negotiation between you and the office. So without further ado, here we go. So if you have a typical home of $300,000, and this is more for those of you that are not in real estate right now, or maybe you're thinking about it, and you don't know which company to go with. And I always recommend that you interview a couple of companies, that way you can see the differences. But your typical commission on a house like this is going to be 2.5%, okay? On a 2.5% commission on a $300,000 house, your commission gross is going to equal to $7,500. Excuse me. Okay, that $7,500 is your gross commission before any splits or any royalties or anything like that. Okay, Keller Williams has what's called the capping split, and they also have a royalty. Okay, that is $3,000 set by corporate, and that doesn't change overall. That is just your royalty. But the cool thing about this royalty is that at Keller Williams we do cap on this as well. There are other companies out there that have a royalty and you pay 6% or 8% or whatever that royalty fee may be, but you do not cap on that royalty. At Keller Williams, you cap on it, okay? So your royalty, they take out 6% of each commission check to go towards that royalty, okay? And then on your cap, whether you're on a 70-30 split or an 80-20 split, that's where that's going to come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you that math, okay? So let's say you have that $7,500 in commission gross, and you're on a 70-30 split, so you're going to multiply that times 0.3, right? Okay, that's your 30%. That number, in that case, is going to be $2,250. Okay, you pay that to the office. That's the office's money. The 6% on that is going to be, excuse me there, sorry. Your 6% there is going to be $450. All right, that $450 will go towards your $3,000 royalty. Okay, so that total amount goes towards everything that you need to cap. So that's a $2,700 fee, essentially, that you pay to the office. Well, again, the $450 is going to be to KW, and the $2,250 is your office. Okay, that's how your office makes money. Real estate offices make money off of the split that you pay to them based on your whatever split you're on, whether it's a 10%, 20%, 15%. A lot of brokerages out there will tell you, oh, we'll charge you 10%, you'll be in a 90-10 split, and we can go ahead and give you more money. But what you don't understand is on the long run, or you may understand it, but in the long run, what you don't see is that you're continually paying them 16% of your money no matter what, and it never ends, okay? So essentially your net, so if you take this number and you subtract it by this number, okay, you will now make, on a net, you'll make $4,800, okay? That's your take home before Uncle Sam and so on, and your marketing and all that stuff, okay? $4,800 net. Now, again, that $2,200 is going to go towards that cap, okay? So how that works is every deal that's going to go towards it, it's going to just subtract it and keep chipping away on both numbers. So the cool thing about this house is this was a $300,000 home. So if you have $300,000 homes and that's your average price point in your market, it's going to take you roughly 9 deals, give or take. Of course, your prices are higher and lower to hit the cap, all right? And then for your royalty, because it's a lower number, excuse me, that's going to take you roughly about 7 deals to cap, okay? That is based on a $300,000 home that you sell, okay? Again, it doesn't include your double ending. It doesn't include a more expensive property, a $500,000 home, a $485,000 home, and so on. I live and work in a market that is an average of $265,000 per residential sale. I personally average about $399 on an average. I have been here 5 years, and I have capped every single year that I have worked for this company. Okay, I started, my original date was in July, and I capped by January the following year. It took me 6 months to cap the first year. Now, once you reach 100% and you've fulfilled this and you've fulfilled that, you make 100% commission. There is nothing other than you make. So if you make that $300,000 home at 2.5%, equaling $7,500, your check is $7,500, okay? The only thing that the office takes out of your credit card is your office fees. So they charge an office fee if you rent an office. So I pay for an office, I rent an office, so I pay rent, okay? So that's cost of doing business. If I make copies through the office, they're going to charge me a very low amount to make copies. And that's, again, the cost of doing business. My marketing, my marketing is going to cost me money. Now, I generally spend the traditional 10% to 15% depending on the area I'm marketing and what I'm doing. But as you can see, I now have additional money to use towards marketing. So now I have $750, to use towards marketing, where before I only had $480. Think about the difference there and what you can do with your marketing and what you can get, whether that be more flyers, more direct mail marketing, more something else that you want to get leads from, or whatever it may be. Maybe you've been wanting to wrap your car and you can't wrap the car because it's, I don't know, $800 to wrap the whole car, and you're constantly paying 30% to an office, and now you're making 100% commission. Now you can take that difference and pay and wrap that car. Whatever that may be. Maybe you want to save for a vacation and you want to make it more recreational. Then now you have the ability to do that. I have been able to be very successful with this model, okay? And I have been able to just provide. I have been able to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So remember, 100% is exactly what we have here at Keller Williams. There is no BS there. The fees are straightforward. We do have in-house vendors that we use. We do not have to use in-house vendors. That is our choice. So we do have that, and there are other fees that each office will that may charge for not using an in-house vendor, whether you do or you don't. Some offices do, some offices don't. That's neither here nor there. That's, again, each office is independently owned and operated. So that there is the Keller Williams Commission in a nutshell. And that's not all. We also have profit share. That'll be for another video, but this is the commission. So I hope that made sense, and I hope you liked it. We'll see you shortly. Hey guys, thanks for joining, where we covered Keller Williams commission structure. And you know, the numbers that we use were very general numbers, so it's all going to depend on what market you're in as to how fast you're going to cap and receive 100% commission. So if you're in a higher end market and maybe you sell you know, $700,000 to $1.2 million homes, then obviously you're going to cap a lot faster. If you sell commercial and maybe you do you know, big deals with commercial, you know, $10 million shopping centers, you know, that kind of thing, then that's going to cap you a lot quicker. And by the way, those numbers do not change your capping amount. It's still $20,000, $25,000, $22,550, whatever it is. It still doesn't change your number. The company commits to that number, and it's up to you to sell whatever you're going to sell in order to make that number. So again, that doesn't change. And so it's all up to you. So again, thank you so much for watching. I do want to give a special shout out to Steve Invests. He's got a channel out there. That's his channel name. And you'll probably see his logo here somewhere on this video. If you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. His last video I saw was on HUD homes and how to sell them. Great guy, great video, a lot of cool content on his channel, and so go check him out. And Steve, thank you so much for commenting on my last video. Truly appreciate it. If you haven't checked this out yet, guys, check out this book. It's The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, written by agents for agents on how to become a millionaire in real estate. Very cool book. It'll help you a lot with your business. It helps you become a 7th level agent with a team and all that stuff. So great book, great information. The other thing I want you to know is if you want to know more about Keller Williams, click the link in my description below, and that will give you just a snippet of information on what Keller Williams is all about and what our technology is. All you got to do is click the link, like this video, and subscribe.